My husband, Dave, was diagnosed with cancer in 2006. And through a social worker at one of the local hospitals, we were referred to For Pete's Sake and offered a trip, all expenses paid, nothing to plan, everything. And he just had the best time with our children. So I was invited to go along to a respite at WOODLOCH as a volunteer. And I was very excited to go, but at the same time I had no idea what to expect. Not really, having a completely different respite experience, just a lone family that we were, that really worked well for us. So I wasn't sure how that was gonna, translate, and I knew For Pete's Sake was putting these groups together to go away. So it was, very intriguing to me. It was funny how we all started out as our own little islands of, our own little islands. And I was so surprised as the week went on how we all came together and did everything together, dined together, all the activities together. We had so much fun together, and I can truly say that was the highlight of my year in 2021, because I was so overcome with just the sense of fullness and joy, like what these people were experiencing and what it was doing for their lives, and I don't know, it was just absolutely wonderful. It brings tears to my eyes when I think about it. Really, it does. I learned from respite at WOODLOCH that group therapy is a thing. I mean, everyone coming together was so comforting, especially to the families, the spouses of those with cancer, the patients with cancer, even the small children. We all came together, we enjoyed each other's company, we had meals together. I wasn't aware that bringing everyone together would be such a rewarding experience for the families and myself.
Once you got there, you almost already felt that sense of community. Being able to walk around with a bald head and just knowing this is who I am, and I fought because of these wonderful people on my couch, and then strangers that we just met. We had this terrible experience with cancer, and there are people out there cheering you on and wanting the best for you and encouraging you. And I don't think if any other place would be able to do it, and that's where I think the Respite Center is fantastic.
To see all those faces smiling, happy, everyone has a story. And it's amazing how we all can be all together, support each other, inspire each other.
It's definitely a comfort level knowing that there's other moms and dads going through the same things that you are, that they have kids that are going through the same things that your children are going through. And so it makes it nice that you're all in the same area at the same time and can do activities together and kind of just build that community up so that you have other people to rely on.
Coming to the respite here was kind of almost like a life-changing thing. It was very uplifting. We're a quiet couple. We stay to ourselves. We don't really socialize with people. We just keep everything to ourselves. And come in here, it was like really close family. Like everybody made you feel at home, like you were part of their family.
I mean, we came in here with essentially a bunch of strangers and left with more family that we still keep in contact with and have plans with, and it's really been life-changing.
We have found that bringing cancer patients together with other cancer patients and caregivers and family units in one place has turned out to have very, very good outcomes. And there's relationships that are established with each other and those relationships continue past the respite time.
I think it comes back to that these individuals had a chance to take that break from cancer. So for Pete's sake, provided a very bonding experience for them and for their families, and has given them the opportunity to connect with peers, with others that are going through a similar experience. So they come back feeling like less alone, less isolated, and it has an overall very positive impact on them.
You know, I think when you bring people together, there's a sense of healing that far surpasses anything that we can do individually. Their hearts, minds, and souls are strengthened, they're nourished.
They're all in this together and they can all support one another and in ways that you wouldn't even think possible.
The respite's just the beginning with For Pete's Sake. The truth is, once you meet For Pete's Sake, you go in the respite and then you have friends for life and support group for life.
I think anybody that's dealing with this should be able to come and experience this. It's a blessing. It really is. And the people here is so beautiful.
The way they made you feel, you wanted to fight even harder to try to overcome the disease.
I think that trust in the whole health system increases when the patients come back, because they feel that their team cares for them, that they are thinking beyond their cancer and beyond their treatment, and that we are treating them as a whole person, as a whole family, just not as a case, of breast cancer or this cancer. We're treating them as a person and trying to pay attention to what is more important to them besides their cancer. So I think it's always a very, very rewarding experience for them. I get inspired every time I have a patient who comes back from a respite program. I actually just signed one today.
No matter what's future gonna brings me, I'm like feeling I'm ready. I'm that strong, Yelena. I just don't even have words to describe how happy I am.
It's just an amazing thing that anybody could do for a total stranger, and how it does affect their lives and make them a stronger person when they leave here.
We own respite. We are the first ones to have done it in this country, and we have 20 years of experience under our belt now, 20 years of evidence-based data, 20 years of learning what works, what doesn't work, 20 years of, mistakes and wins and victories. And it's the right time to put all of that learning into place to set the future for the organization. We're ready, we're mature, we've grown up, we know what we're talking about, and we're the right organization to be the only organization that has a cancer respite center, the only one in the world. And no one will do it better than For Pete's Sake, because they know exactly what they're doing when it comes to respite.